Born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania, Taylor Allison Swift was born to Scott Kingsley Swift, a financial advisor, and Andrea Gardner Swift, a former homemaker who later became a mutual fund marketing executive. She spent her early years on a Christmas tree farm and showed an early interest in music, learning to play the guitar at the age of 12. Started performing in local events at the age of 10, Swift began performing at local events, including fairs and contests, showcasing her singing and songwriting talents. Her early performances laid the groundwork for her future career in music. Moved to Nashville at age 14 to pursue a career in country music. Recognizing Swift's passion and talent for music, her family relocated to Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of the country music industry, when she was just 14 years old. This move allowed her to immerse herself in the country music scene and pursue her dreams of becoming a professional musician. Released her self-titled debut album in 2006, which went multi-platinum. In 2006, Swift released her self-titled debut album, featuring hits like Tim McGraw and Teardrops on My Guitar. The album was a commercial success, reaching number 5 on the Billboard 200 chart and eventually achieving multi-platinum status. Won the Horizon Award at the 2007 Country Music Association Awards. Swift's rising popularity and undeniable talent were recognized at the 2007 Country Music Association Awards when she won the Horizon Award, which honors emerging artists who show exceptional potential in the country music genre. Released her second album, Fearless, in 2008, which won Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards. Fearless, Swift's second studio album, was released in 2008 and catapulted her to superstardom. The album included hit singles like Love Story and You Belong With Me and won Album of the Year at the 52nd Annual Grammy Awards, making Swift the youngest recipient of the prestigious award. Became the youngest recipient of the Grammy Award for Album of the Year. Swift's historic win at the Grammy Awards solidified her status as one of the most promising and talented artists in the music industry. At just 20 years old, she became the youngest artist to win Album of the Year, a record she held until Billie Eilish surpassed her in 2020. Swift's third album, Speak Now, was released in 2010 and was another commercial success. Speak Now, released in 2010, showcased Swift's growth as a songwriter and performer. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart and featured hit singles like Mine and Mean, further cementing Swift's place as a dominant force in the music industry. Experienced significant controversy at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards when Kanye West interrupted her acceptance speech. One of the most infamous moments in Swift's career occurred at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards when Kanye West famously interrupted her acceptance speech for Best Female Video, declaring that Beyoncé should have won instead. The incident sparked widespread outrage and became a defining moment in both Swift and West's careers. Transitioned to pop music with her fourth album, Red, released in 2012. Red, released in 2012, marked a significant shift in Swift's musical style, incorporating elements of pop and rock alongside her signature country sound. The album received critical acclaim and included hit singles like We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together and I Knew You Were Trouble. Released 1989 in 2014, her first full-fledged pop album, which became one of the best-selling albums of the decade. 1989 marked Swift's complete transition to pop music and was a massive commercial success. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart and spawned hit singles like Shake It Off and Blank Space. It went on to become one of the best-selling albums of the decade. Engaged in public disputes with artists like Kanye West and Katy Perry, throughout her career, Swift has been involved in public disputes with fellow artists, including highly publicized feuds with Kanye West and Katy Perry. These disputes often played out in the media and became fodder for tabloid headlines and gossip columns. Released Reputation in 2017, exploring themes of fame, media scrutiny, and personal growth. Reputation, released in 2017, addressed Swift's experiences with fame, media scrutiny, and personal growth. The album presented a more mature and introspective side of Swift, with hit singles like Look What You Made Me Do and Delicate. Became involved in high-profile advocacy, including supporting LGBTQ+ rights and voter registration efforts. In recent years, Swift has used her platform to advocate for various causes, including LGBTQ+ rights and voter registration efforts. Her outspokenness on social and political issues has earned her praise from fans and activists alike. Released Lover in 2019, which showcased a more romantic and optimistic tone. Lover, released in 2019, marked a return to a more romantic and optimistic sound for Swift. The album explored themes of love, relationships, and self-discovery, with hit singles like Me and Lover. Faced controversy over the rights to her early catalog, which led to her re-recording her first 6 albums. Swift faced controversy over the ownership of her early catalog when music executive Scooter Braun acquired the rights to her master recordings. In response, Swift announced her plans to re-record her first 6 albums to regain control of her music. Released Folklore and Evermore in 2020, both critically acclaimed albums created during the COVID-19 pandemic. Swift surprised fans in 2020 with the release of 2 new albums, Folklore and Evermore. Created during the COVID-19 pandemic, both albums received widespread critical acclaim for their introspective lyrics and indie folk sound. Won Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards for Folklore and Evermore. Swift's 2020 albums Folklore and Evermore both earned her Album of the Year honors at the Grammy Awards, further solidifying her status as one of the most talented and influential artists of her generation. Continues to advocate for artists' rights and creative control in the music industry. Swift remains an outspoken advocate for artists' rights and creative control in the music industry. Her battles with record labels and streaming services have sparked important conversations about the treatment of artists in the digital age. Named Artist of the Decade at the 2019 American Music Awards, and continues to be one of the most influential figures in the music industry, Swift's impact on the music industry was recognized when she was named Artist of the Decade at the 2019 American Music Awards. With numerous awards, record-breaking album sales, and a dedicated fan base, Swift continues to be one of the most influential figures in music.